In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on November 12, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Wisconsin versus Iowa. The Iowa Hawkeyes play host to the Wisconsin Badgers in a crucial Big Ten showdown on Saturday afternoon from Kinnick Stadium. Both teams come into this one at 5-4 and are still alive in the Big Ten West race, so grabbing a win is of the utmost importance. The Badgers have been able to string along back-to-back wins, both at home, as they hit the road in this one. For Iowa, they also have been able to win 2 in a row as they come into this one, and with both teams having similar breakdowns of late. This is sure to be an interesting game when things are said and done. Wisconsin is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games against a team with a winning record. The over is 6-1 in Wisconsin's last 7 games. Iowa is 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 home games. The under is 4-1 in Iowa's last 5 home games. The under is 3-1 in these 2 teams' last 5 head-to-head meetings in Iowa. Petras has been much better at home this season, and the Badgers haven't been able to move the ball against teams such as Iowa that can stop the run. Even though the Hawkeyes' offense has been inconsistent, their defense has been strong. Iowa should be able to make Mertz throw the ball. The third-year starter has struggled. The junior completed just 5 passes against a weak Maryland defense last week. Despite attempting to throw 18 times, he's thrown for over 250 yards just twice the whole year. Iowa will be at home in this game, and the team will load the box and make Wisconsin throw the ball. So the Iowa Hawkeyes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both these teams are strong on defense, and neither the Hawkeyes nor the Badgers have been able to pass the ball consistently all year. This is a very important game for 2 teams that come in at 5-3. Both are likely to be conservative offensively and make sure not to beat themselves. Iowa and Wisconsin are both teams that focus on running the ball and playing defense. Both teams are likely to want to be conservative on offense to avoid turnovers that give the other team short fields. Petras and Mertz have been inconsistent all year, with neither quarterback being able to stretch the field this season. This game should be a low-scoring matchup with a lot of running and short passes. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Alabama versus Ole Miss. The Alabama Crimson Tide hit the road yet again to take on the Ole Miss Rebels on Saturday afternoon. Alabama comes into this matchup in the unusual position of not being in position to earn a playoff spot this season. The Tide comes in at 7-2 overall and 4-2 in the conference, losers of 2 of their last 3 games. Ole Miss sits at 7-1 overall and 4-1 in the conference following Saturday's 31-28 win at Texas Agricultural and Mechanical University. Texas State comes into this game with a 3-6 record overall, and they have gone 5-4 against the spread. In the last game against Louisiana Monroe, the Bobcats were competitive, but they ended up losing by a point. Lane Hatcher completed 29 of his 41 passes, 237 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Lincoln Pear finished with 25 carries for 100 yards and a touchdown. Texas State is averaging 23 points, while their defense is giving up 25 points per game. The offense is ranked 104th in the league. On the other side of this matchup is the South Alabama Jaguars, who sit with a 7-2 record overall, and they have gone 6-3 against the spread. In the last game against Georgia Southern, South Alabama scored 38 points, and that led to the 7-point victory. Quarterback Carter Bradley completed 16 of his 27 passes for 193 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. The strength of the offense was LaDamian Webb, and he rushed 35 times for 247 yards and 4 touchdowns. South Alabama is averaging 32 points, while their defense is giving up 19 points per game. When most think of this team, they overlook how well the defense has been able to play this year. here. Texas State is 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games in conference. South Alabama is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record. The home team is 3-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings played between Texas State and South Alabama. South Alabama is the better team here, and they are going to win this game by at least 21 points. Webb rushed for 247 yards in the last game, and they are going to have no issue running up the score here. South Alabama is going to run up the score here, so the Alabama Crimson Tide to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. These are 2 of the most prolific offenses in the entire sport, so this will be a huge thing for the offenses to dominate. These defenses are not getting stops in their last 3 games, as Alabama is giving up 30 points per game while Ole Miss is allowing 36 points per game in that same stretch. Alabama is going to be able to run the football extremely well against this weaker defensive line, while Bryce Young can throw against this secondary. Young has thrown for 10 touchdowns and 2 interceptions against Southeastern Conference opponents, while Dart has 8 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, so they are carving up the secondaries that are not doing well. Plus, the over has hit in 5 of their last 7 meetings. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Nebraska versus Michigan. It's a Big Ten crossover matchup on the gridiron in the Great Lakes State with plenty at stake for the hosts. The Nebraska Cornhuskers are on the road as they make the trip to face the number 3 Michigan Wolverines Saturday afternoon. Nebraska comes in off a 20-13 home loss to Minnesota last Saturday, though they did cover the line as a 14.5-point underdog. Michigan blew open a close game in the second half as they routed Rutgers 52-17 on the road, covering the line as a 26-point favorite last Saturday in their most recent contest. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Wolverines own a 6-4-1 advantage and have won the last 2 matchups. That includes a 32-29 road win in the most recent matchup on October 9, 2021. They covered the line as a 2.5-point favorite as well. The Cornhuskers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 in November and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 on turf. Nebraska is 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 after an against the spread win. Meanwhile, the Wolverines are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 in November and 9-2 against the spread in the last 11 conference games. Michigan is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 overall. Nebraska has been less than inspiring all season as things went downhill after that surprise onside kick against Northwestern in the opener. Scott Frost was fired. The team is just 2-4 under Mickey Joseph, and Casey Thompson is questionable here after missing last week's game. The Cornhuskers now have to contend with a Michigan team that is top 5 in the FBS in both scoring offense and scoring defense on the season. Michigan has outscored their opponents 100-3 in the second half of the last 4 games. Nebraska is giving up 182.9 yards per game on the ground and an average of 4.5 yards per carry while allowing 18 rushing scores on the year. Corum runs wild on the Cornhuskers, and Michigan remains unbeaten with a one-sided win in the Big House. The Wolverines have one of the best rushing attacks in college football. The Nebraska defense, well, doesn't have a great rush defense. Nebraska gives up an average of 182 yards per game, and they will be destroyed by Michigan all game long. The Huskers will be playing in an experienced quarterback, too. The best weapon for Nebraska is their rushing attack, but Michigan has the best run defense as America. This game is going to be ugly and ugly early, so the Michigan Wolverines to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Nebraska comes into this game having seen the under post a 6-3 record in their games this season. As the visiting team, the Cornhuskers have gone over the number in 2 of their 3 road contests, if you count the Northwestern game in Ireland as a true road tilt. Michigan, despite their massive offensive numbers, has stayed under the total in 6 of their 9 games on the year. The Wolverines, even with all their points, have stayed under the number more often than not as they don't surrender many points, as ranking 3rd in the nation in scoring defense would attest. Despite scoring at least 41 points in 4 of their 6 home games and never less than 29, 4 of Michigan's 6 home games have ended up short of the total. Look for this contest to follow that similar script with another game that misses the number, especially if Thompson doesn't play. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.